I got skills, they're multiplying, and I don't just cook with pot. Sometimes I use a skillet. No, I'm just kidding. Boop, boop. But who doesn't love that show? Alright guys, now this recipe is not going to be a very finite recipe. It's kind of more of a pinch and a dash and a eyeball it kind of a recipe, so humor me. I'm going to do my best to write an actual recipe for this down below for you guys, so let's try this. So what we're making today is we're making what I love to call my pasta dish. Now my pasta dish has a poultry. In this case, Thanksgiving was, well, it's been a couple weeks, but we still have some leftover turkey, so we're using turkey today. Normally I use chicken. For this recipe, I also try to use a whole grain or veggie pasta thing. You use whatever pasta you like. This time I'm using a penne pasta, so those little noodle, circular noodle thingies. But go into the aisle where all the pasta stuff is at a local grocery store and pick out one that you like. Now, if you're doing this recipe a lot like what I do, though, make it your own. It will be your pasta dish. Like, this is my pasta dish. It's the my pasta dish. Pick a veggie you like. I usually use squashes, though I tend to pick a couple different colors. This bag has some leftovers from the last time I made it, so we got green and a yellow squash. Make sure your food's colorful. It's more entertaining and healthier, evidently. Ask dietitians. They say the more color, the better. So, I believe them. I don't have a degree. And then we also use a little that's right, Alfredo sauce, because I don't know why, I just love Alfredo sauce. So, of course, the pasta dish that is mine has the sauce I like. So, Alfredo. You can get this at any grocery store, and sometimes when you're lucky, like this one, a Dollar Tree. So this doesn't have to be expensive to look fancy. Last but certainly not least, because there's only a few places that I can buy this ingredient in town, and I love it so much, I use avocado oil. That's right. I'm swanky and fancy. And this thing cost me like $11, so you better believe I love it, because that's the most expensive food ingredient I buy other than meat. And we know how I feel about meat. So the first step of making this meal is on a skillet, like that thing right there. Combine your veggies with cooking oil. Again, I use avocado. I think it makes it taste better. So cook this up in avocado oil. When it's thoroughly cooked through, aka it's not cold, wet, or soggy. Well, it might be a little wet and soggy, but it's hot. Maybe slightly browned a little. You're done. Easy peasy. Don't forget to avocado some oil. Just put a little oil in there. I'm just saying. Make good choices and decide on your own how much you need. So once the meat is in a bite-sized piece, just mix it in. Just fold it in. If you're a professional cook, you know what that means. Fold. Probably stop here, but veggies, they're important to your dietary systems. Just eat some vegetables. Now, a lot of my YouTubers I've heard say when they get really emotional and kind of verklempt, I just want to say verklempt, but like they get really emotional and they say all the feels. If you're really emotional when something happens and it hits you in the feels, or you get all the feels, when you're at a family get-together and there's like a ton of different kinds of pies to choose from, do you get all the fillings? Fillings. Also, dentist joke somewhere in there. Somewhere in there.